Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And spraying perfume will not do the trick. Oh,
At all.
I mean, join us while we play this game. Let's spray perfume in futility together.
Yay!
There we are. Okay, so if she had to wash her hair 3 separate times, spraying perfume is not going to help at all. Like, none. And it sounds like a panic response of going, maybe it won't at least offend other people's luggage about. What you need is Febreze. Because then, you can spray Febreze apparently on an entire junkyard and no one will know.
Is that actually a thing?
Okay, so they actually did some commercials with Febreze that they basically had taken, like, really gross areas with piled up garbage and interior, basically hoarding situations or, like, the really bad car experience with old food and everything in it.
Right.
And then they sprayed it with Febreze and then put people into that space in blindfolds. They're going, wow, it feels like a really nice space. It smells really good. And they open up and they go, oh my God! Like, even, like, mold and mildew situations and stuff.
Wow.
That Febreze can absorb and cover the smell.
Well, we're not endorsed by Febreze, but Febreze, you should totally get in contact with us because, clearly, we believe in your product.
For this fictional locker, it's very important.
Alright, so I hope spraying perfume helps to mask the stench a little bit, except I had to take 4 showers, so maybe not. I see Mark walking in my direction, and our eyes meet. What?
Except for they don't, because he doesn't have eyes.
He really doesn't have eyes! He's the eyeless. What should I do? He's mostly mouth, actually.
He really is.
I feel awful about what I did earlier, except you did try to stand up. It was the fact that literally Ben and Kayla kind of got in your way, but both for different reasons, one of which I actually don't know very well, so it's just sort of like, both of the people who seem to be very aggressively in my life seem to be trying to shove me away from helping people, and I don't know what to do about that.
Or get me away from, this guy. I feel
awful. Well, we should probably apologize then, because we're really, I'm trying to make people feel better. And really, yeah.
I mean, she really is. I want everyone to have a good time and be okay. Yes. And also, literally, in canon, they've said, I feel awful about this.
Yeah,
so
we're just going to apologize to Mark. I think I better apologize to him.
Bye.
Bye! Yeeks, so we need to see the rest of his design, sorry.
It's fine.
Mark, can we talk for a while? Just a bit? A little bit? Mark, he totally looks behind himself, and then points at himself,
So he looks down the hallway and points at another version of him? What are we doing here?
Do geeks have shadows?
Okay, no. I think what they're trying to do is he looks behind as if, are you talking to me? And points himself like you're talking to me?
Yeah.
That is written so awkward.
That is a terrible way of doing that.
Are you talking to me?
Yes. I'm sorry about earlier today. I didn't mean to.
I bet he's gonna be like, this shit happens all the time. How could I?
Right.
It's fine, Bird.
He smiles sincerely at me.
No, I'm not mad at you at all. I understand that it would be bad for you if you said that we're friends. That happens with everyone. Honestly, as a geek, I don't really have friends. It's part of why I dig my attention into bands and such.
We just met. And you want to be friends
I assumed we were as close as we're ever going to get, so if we're ever going to call us friends, then now's as good as any time. And we are going to go to that concert together.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Well, if we even are friends. Huh.
I take both his hands in mine. Mark, I get very emotional sometimes, and I feel terrible.
I reach forward and pull his hand out of his pocket and grab the other one by his side, and he stares down with his eyeless way, going, whoa, that's intense.
This is intensity, wow, we are friends, Mark. I'm sorry for being a coward today and not standing up for you.
Except for we did stand up for him.
We did.
We actually did choose that option. They didn't think you were going to choose it, it sounds like.
That's why I said the narrative was leading you towards that. I'm not kidding. So the thing is what I'm noticing in regards to a lot of these stories, that regardless of what you're choosing, it's not really affecting your story at all, even when they're not premium choices, which we've learned with Genius games, premium choices literally mean jack squat. And then it's the options in the middle that we thought actually were going to affect the story more, and guess what? We've discovered that it doesn't freaking matter, even more so. That's exciting.
So far as we can tell, from the Genius games we've played, all of them are a linear story with a couple of basically dialogue variations depending on what you poke at.
Right.
And with possible like tiny chapters that you can buy, but otherwise don't affect the story. So if you buy nothing premium, your story comes the same. If you buy all one's option or another premium, everything stays the same, and you just get the variation of the immediate having chosen one dialogue or another.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to call it flavor text?
Flavor text, I kind of like that.
Because that's exactly what that is.
You can purchase a little bit of flavor text if you'd like to, and you get some minor variation through the book, but there's nothing like...
Which is still flavor text. It's all flavor text,
It's
really.
not really like a choose your own adventure, like you're not actually changing anything, and that's kind of...
This isn't a game in that way. Ooh, careful.
Sorry, I'm gonna throw things. I say it's kind of disappointing on several levels, because, yeah, it makes it not a game. It makes it literally just, it's basically just a fancy book.
Yeah, this is not even a choose your own adventure. This is just a book.
All right.
Or at the end you get to choose your ending, but you know, other than that, that's it. There's no excuse for what I did.
You just don't want to deal with Cindy, do you?
I nod regretfully.
You are correct.
Yeah, because it's been really hard and it's been really difficult, and you know, girls apparently always attack girls, except for my friend, who sometimes also abandons me, so maybe I'm just sort of perpetuating a behavior that she also does, but we both don't really know what we're doing since, you know, we're just in high school right now.
Okay, so looking at his shirt over and over again, being dyslexic in my brain, trying to make sense of words, because that's a lot of how I read is predictively.
Right.
The bottom of it just wants to say chorizo all the time.
Oh my god! Oh my god, that's
like,
so good.
Rich chorizo.
You know, I keep reading Hoosier.
Okay.
Because that's what my brain wants to fill in all the time. I don't know what his first name is, so you're gonna have to forgive me, but I just keep reading on the bottom Hoosier.
It's Artie Hoosier.
Artie Hoosier. Artie Hoosier, that's great.
And Artie Chorizo.
It might be Hosier or whatever, but I always read it Hoosier, so
Hoser.
Hoser.
It's whatever,
It's
but Hoosier.
Hoser.
It's fine.
It's Hoosier. No, regretfully.
Hoosier chorizo.
Hoosier chorizo. Artie Hoosier chorizo. That is his name, and that will be forever. Somebody tweet that at him. No, I'm kidding.
don't, please, but it's fine. But you know what? If it ever runs into him, here's where it came from.
This is where it came from. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah,
No one with a brain wants to deal with Cindy Byrne.
my abuse is fine. It's fine.
I'm used to it, so I totally understand why you did that. I hold nothing against you. Honestly, this is fine. This has been the reality of my whole experience. We're chill. We're cool.
We're fine. I thank you, Mark. I'm still holding his hands
Still,
intently.
him just going,
strongly.
him staring down at these hands and going, could you release me maybe? This is a little bit wild. I've never been held by a ghost before, and it's a real strange experience. Part of me wants to try and eat you, because that's just this impulse, because it's something different, but I don't do that, so I really am uncomfortable with you touching me like this. And I'm trying to tell you it's okay, so I can disengage, because if I could disengage, that might be really good for my boundaries.
I don't.
Anyway, I have a tip for your locker problem, having had it myself, actually, in the past. I've totally had that happen a lot of times. Honestly, they do it in, like, the gym lockers, too.
Well, what's that?
Yeah. You can clean up the stain with vinegar and remove the smell with baking soda. Honestly, I know there's 900 videos that say vinegar and baking soda fix everything, but they really do fix some things. Like, they do. And in this case, that shit they use in there, and they've just never changed their recipe, it works great.
It's pretty aggressive, but I don't.
Perhaps they have some in the cafeteria, and you could go ask. It will get rid of the smell.
Really?
Yeah, even the smell that's still in your hair. I didn't want to mention it earlier because we just met, but I thought I'd let you know now since you seem worried about it.
Oh, that's really nice, I say, still holding his hands very strongly. Going,
I I can't spend. You're my
let go.
only anchor in this ridiculous world.
I don't know what's going on. I really don't.
Yeah, since you're really serious about this, just staring at his own hands that you keep just holding on to. It's like, should I maybe help you? The fact that you're clinging on to me suggests that you might need support in this process.
Why do you want to help me? I don't understand. I don't remember at all that you said friends earlier, and that we could be friends, and that we are friends, unless you don't want to say that we're friends. So something about friends, but I'm not sure about friends. So where would is friendship go? I don't know.
Hold on to his hands. Adventure!
Him. I can't do anything.
I can't function. My hands are gone.
They belong to you now. I acted like a complete jerk to you this afternoon, and I'm still apologizing over and over again and feeling terrible and horrible and awful about my experience and the way that I treated you. And I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to.
Because I'm not familiar with all of this, and I really am relatively passive, and I really am just terrified of people and of doing things wrong and making a mistake, and I can never undo this mistake, and it's been so overwhelming, all the mistakes that I've made lately, and I feel like if that happened to me, what I just did to you, it would have ruined so many things for me, and so I don't know how to say I'm sorry enough to have it be meaningful at all, and...
I'm not projecting at all. It's fine.
It's fine. Hey, we're friends, aren't we?
You still have my hands.
And you really seem really like you need a friend right now. Like you really, just staring at his hands, at you holding his hands and going, you seem like you need something. And maybe friendship is it. Yeah, that could be it.
Artie Hoosier.
Artie Hoosier
Chorizo fans.
I kind of want to be like, that's the band's name, Artie Hoosier Chorizo. Our favorite band is Artie
Hoosier Chorizo.
Alright. In, 10 years, when we're really famous, someone's going to have a garage band named Artie
Hoosier Chorizo. Yay, I'm so excited for that.
People will love it.
Oh, great.
So, Artie Hoosier Chorizo fans into it. Oh my god, I've deadpanned so many things that can't. I really have, there have been times on this channel where I have deadpanned something that I wanted to die laughing about, and I managed to hold it to the end of the episode, even sometimes 10 minutes later, and then I died about it. But I'm like, okay, Artie Hoosier Chorizo fans are friends to each other, right?
I smile gratefully to hear that. Oh my god, I smile really gratefully because it just makes me hungry. And also, I really want to listen to some angsty, really good women empowering kind of music in which you want to sort of just eat men. And Hoosier's really cool with that, apparently. He's just like lesbian power ballads or something like that, and people talk about it. It's really funny, actually.
He's also just 1, empower women. 2, relationships involve a lot of dynamic exchange. 3, if I've got plenty of power in my life, empower women.
Yeah, and also the fact that he talks about women are these horrific forces that you need to worship and whatever else, and he's like, yes, exactly. It's super
There's
amazing.
a level of, you know why I said take me to church? Because God, am I right?
Yeah, right?
It's okay. We don't actually know a whole lot about him, but this is a discourse we're familiar with. Right.
Yes, you're right. I'll go get the vinegar and the baking soda in the cafeteria, and yeah, him.
And
Don't hold it on his
okay.
hands. Yes, they'll can't process.
You'll leave me here, at your locker, right? While you do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you'll let go of my hands, which will stay here with me at your locker while you go to the cafeteria and do that.
And you.
Oh yeah, and I'll be here when you get back with a bucket of warm water to help, okay?
Right.
So I'll need my hands.
Hands.
So I'll use these hands to go get a bucket of water.
Warm water?
Yeah, warm water while you're gone at the cafeteria.
Mark!
Him staring at these hands. Yeah?
Thank you so much.
I hope you're picturing this, because we are standing here
we're holding hands.
pantomiming this, because his deep concern is really just like, I'm just going to stare at my hand. And Vern, I will just continue gently shaking your hands in earnestness. And just like, with everything I say, the emphasis.
So much.
It's there. And I'm so sorry. And it's
I
just,
really am. You need to understand.
It's so good.
It's really good.
All right.
I mean it. I really mean it.
I believe you. I know. It's all right.
He's
You're
like,
gonna be
whoa.
gently pulls his hands out, clasps your hands together onto each other with his on the outside. You're gonna be okay, and you're gonna go and gently turns you, and you're gonna get vinegar and baking soda, and I will be right here when you come back.
Okay.
Okay, break.
Hi.
All right, let's go in our separate directions. We got this. I have to go to a violin lesson after I help you with this.
Oh, all right. Sure.
You play the violin? Shit, I need to go to the cafeteria.
This school is still so weird looking. Oh
It
my
is
god.
really, really wild looking.
Mark helped me a lot yesterday.
Okay, so this window up here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6th from the left on the very top.
Right.
That's the one that our jock jumped out of on the other side of the building to roll into the football field. That's what it is.
I'm also greatly entertained anyway because I'm just like, this is a Japanese school. Like, the more that I look at it, this is more or less like either like a Japanese like work building or like a Japanese school. Now, I don't know exactly which one, but it's definitely not our exposure to schools. So like, whoa.
Yeah. Okay. So
Somehow, I still feel bad for not acknowledging him when my friend Cindy was bullying him yesterday, because I really cannot put it down, and I feel so terrible and so horrible.
Wait.
Because anything.
Cindy's our friend. She's not the school bully?
Acknowledging him as my friend.
Oh, thank you.
Him as my friend.
Thank you. You said when my friend Cindy.
Acknowledging him as my friend.
Thank you.
I swear to God, I said acknowledging him as my friend.
Okay, my bad. Anyway, was bullying
It's
him
fine.
yesterday. We did acknowledge as knowing him, so anyway, it's fine. All right.
And yet he still treated me nicely. Really, really nicely. And he had really nice hands. Like long violinist fingers, I think is the stereotype.
That is.
As if nothing happened at all, except also like pianists also have long fingers. So I really just have a lot of people around me who have long fingers.
And a lot of it is actually a stereotype. You can do both with shorter fingers, it's not a problem. However, bigger hands help with the piano because it's simply a wide instrument.
Yes.
Now, with modern advances in digital pianos, or electric pianos that sound like natural pianos and behave like them, they have made the keyboards smaller so more people can play them.
Yes.
They you can get a full-size keyboard, but you actually can get smaller ones for smaller hands to be able to do what all the giant maestro classical hands have done.
I have small fingers.
It's okay. You could play your digital piano. It would be fine.
I have baby hands.
All right.
I couldn't say thank you this morning either. Since Ben picked me up to go to school together.
Okay, so yesterday has already happened, and this is the next day starting school. God, timeline is a vortex.
This goes everywhere.
Let's do the time warp again. However, he drove us home and picked us up and drove us back, and nothing eventful happened the whole time in any way noteworthy at all. Maybe that's a good sign.
Maybe? The car was fascinating.
Silent as always.
Silent as always, and it was really, really clean. Very, very clean. Burn. Oh, yes?
She says, contemplating. She did.
She did.
Yes.
I know I skipped over it, but I really was just like, hang on, guys. Now I want to point that out, because why would you say uh-oh?
Maybe because you weren't paying attention, and you were like, uh-oh, I should have been paying attention. I honestly think she zones out a lot in like stress and anxiety, and he's just like, you should be paying attention to me, and she's going, shit, I shouldn't be zoning out. Or that thing that people do when they're having a lot of stress and they realize that they're dissociating and disconnecting sometimes. And then whenever someone goes, real life, you go, oh my God, it happened again. You know? Right. And it's really talking to yourself, basically.
Yeah. I realized that we've arrived at school. Is everything okay? You were daydreaming, weren't you? Yeah, everything's fine.
It is.
It's fine, and I'm not going to talk about your question, because usually when people move on, what people end up answering is actually the last question rather than the first question, but that's okay, because guess what? We're out of time.
Is fine. Because we're done.
Yeah, it is totally fine, because we're done for now. So thank you very much for joining us, guys. We appreciate you being here with us, and thank you very much for spending your time with us. So if you like what we do, though, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Also, please feel free to share our videos if you feel like somebody might actually enjoy our content, or you just want to kind of start a conversation. Other than that, though, please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. We got some links in the description down below if you'd like to support us, if you'd like to sponsor us, if also you'd like to just, tip us because you think we're cool.
Yep.
Other than that, though, I have been Scandal.
And I bet his hands could play the piano in a really tropey, traditional kind of way.
Also, the person's name is Liana.
Oh, and to our sponsor for this, I'm so sorry we forgot your name. It's Liana, and we wanted to say thank you again.
Yes.
So thank you. And I have been Liz.
And it was great playing with
you.
Bye!